Do I have any concerns? Well, the engine blew up yesterday on the dyno. That was concerning.
Colorado. PFI Speed. Putting my car on the dyno because to figure out all the tune so I can go into this next race and not have any issues. When we got there, I was kind of hesitant about everything because all right, I'll take that back. I was excited because we were finally going to a tuner that I've heard a lot of good stuff about, Brent and Jamie at PFI Speed. And all I know is that I just want my tune to be right. So I was like, whatever we have to do, let's just go there. They have the race setup that everybody wants. A huge shop with every single Honda that you can imagine in that shop, the coolest builds that you wouldn't even think of.
Tiffany's car was priority. She's had non-stop problems with everything. So we wanted to use all of our dyno time we could on her car before moving to the FRS. And we played around with some cam timing. We run really big cams in the car. We played around with moving the cam gear around, and man, Honda runs the clearances pretty tight factory on the piston to valve clearance. So it was a stretch. We probably got a little bit too greedy.
I cannot believe how much that changed all of the tune. Like it barely even wants to run down low now.
Yeah. 5,000 at 5,000 RPM, we went from 119 to 127.
We adjusted some of the timing on my intake cam, and what it did is it actually picked me up some more torque and actually picked me up some more horsepower in the mid-range. So that's extremely exciting. Smoothing out on the lower end because my cams are so big, that's where I'm having the issues, is because anything under $4,000, it's just kind of it's not getting enough air and it's just kind of choking on itself.
You're jumping on the throttle around 4, and we'll figure out together what corner that is, and then we'll say, hey, maybe we should downshift one more when we're braking into this corner and see if we can just figure things out together.
Right now, I think we're making progress. Made it a lot smoother in the lower end, and I think we're going to be pretty good at this.
And we just got lucky with Tiffany's car. And moving on to my car with the same setup, I think, just one valve floated a little bit too close to the piston, and, they had a rough time together.
I remember my back was turned and I heard it. He was on the dyno, and then all of a sudden you hear this loud sound, and then all of a sudden they're like, shut it off. And I hear them say it's broke, and I'm like, no.
Went to do our final dyno pull on it, and just as we were decelling down, one of the valves broke and came apart.
I think we shut it down, hopefully fast enough. But if you and me both heard it, we looked
at each other and we were like,
you heard the power go mirror, and I'm like, ah.
Could be something minor. Could be something major.
It busts the head off and pushed into the intake. So it's not the cylinder. It's not the cylinder, which is good.
If there's any good thing that can happen, at least it happened here at the dyno instead of at the racetrack. So let's give us a chance to pop the head off it, take a look, see what the damage is, and we'll have to go from there.
But the valve falls in and then smashes everything.
But it doesn't break the other valve off.
Right.
It only gets intake or exhaust.
Correct.
So
it only broke one valve.
Right.
And it pushed the broken valve in the intake.
It did.
It didn't fall in the cylinder.
Good. It's not stuck in the piston.
No, it's in the cylinder. You can see it.
Good. Because then we can change the piston.
So we might have a smiley face in the piston.
That's okay. Less compression, but it'll be okay.
This isn't the first time I've lost motors. Motors have an expiration date no matter what. Then none of them live forever. And when we try and get the clearances tighter than what's recommended, that life cycle is a heck of a lot shorter. We tried a few things. We were in the process of probably getting ready to back them back down when it let go.
Well, we're gonna pull the head off and see if the bottom end is in one piece. If the bottom end's in one piece, we got a spare head somewhere that just took it. Throw her back together. The bottom end's messed up. She's done.
I'm not gonna let him be done. This is one of those times. it was gonna blow up eventually. So if it was gonna blow up anywhere, this was the perfect spot. So he's always lucky because we're at a freaking Honda store with Honda parts or a shop. So if it was gonna blow up, I'd rather have it blow up here than at the track in the first lap, and then we can't do anything and he misses the races. We have a couple days. We've had worse things happen. We will make this happen. We're gonna get it fixed. If I have to like spend all the money in the world, Justin's racing this weekend.
Broke the rocker.
Like, I would have bought a whole new engine for him. We would have done something. Like, Justin is not going to race. That is kind of the thing for me. I want to race, but I care if he can't race either because we're a team.
All right, so we have to try not fuck the head gasket up because we got to reuse it. Right, Brent?
Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad once you get it up.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking fuck. That one fucking touched too.
They all did.
Yeah, luck. Yeah, luck. Huh? You have some stock cams? We just put a stock engine together?
Yeah, we can do whatever you want. That's no better than what we got now.
But worth the look, right?
Yeah. We found it, but it's a dinger.
If we're gonna spend our time, let's at least do one that we know is.
That's it.
So what do you think? You have a short block at your house or a block?
It'd be a block for sure.
I was pretty much devastated that, man, now we got a lot of work ahead of us. It was never an issue if we're not going to race.
So we're going to put we're either gonna, it sounds like we're building an engine from scratch. Is that the gist you got from this?
Yeah, I think we're going to.
I think we're gonna put a motor together from nothing, just from spare parts laying around, and put it in here. We also have Jake bringing a spare engine
And a spare car.
and a spare car with another engine. So one of 3 engine options are gonna go in this before the end of
As Tiffany
tomorrow.
said, we're going racing this weekend.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we've got about 48 hours till we have to race.
Well, that was my nicest one. The other ones are all full of concrete.
Yeah,
We're sleeved.
we're dry.
This is another engine possibility. You can see the cylinder wall. The piston on this one is also not in very good shape.
Yeah, I've got one in my other box.
This is a no-go.
We've got the spare that was down one cylinder. That was probably the head sitting at my shop. And we've got the motor that's in Jake's car. And if we can get Jake to load that back up and bring it along, because he already unloaded it, that would work out, because then we'd have to take that motor out of that car and put it in this car. But that one's pretty easy to get out too, because we can take that one off the top just like we did this one, because we've done the cross-member upgrade to that car.
Think he'll be cool with that?
Jake should be about an hour out. I cannot believe my engine's in a box.
What else can we do before he gets here, just so we're like ready to like?
I'm gonna go over
game
and
time?
get tools laid out, but we're in pretty good shape.
PFI Speed just got here. Came all the way from Omaha this morning. We had our own issues on the semi last night. As we learned that Justin's motor exploded, I was backing our truck up the driveway and our motor nearly exploded in the semi.
Other than that, just a regular ride, a bunch of phone calls. Yeah.
To be fair, wasn't going to be ran this weekend. We're going to transfer the motor from my S2000 into Justin's FRS so that he has a shot at being competitive this weekend.
And it begins. The engine
Put it down. Yeah.
from Jake's car that we're gonna borrow for the weekend because Jake is the best and let us borrow it. And we're not gonna blow it up.
Well, they're gonna get this thing out and then get it back into this hot rod.
Delivery mode.
Diagnosing other people's problems on the phone while pulling the motor out. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you don't need to have a printer set up, but you still have to push the print.
Everything look good?
Yes. Go ahead and slide it your way if you can.
What am I supposed to do about this?
Did someone tell you?
Dude, it's like depressing. This is what we call teamwork, boys. Huh? Can I have a beer?
Yeah, it's in my.
Just opened it.
Can you just open it? Thank you, buddy.
You done with calls yet?
Just about done with my call.
And then you done for today or no?
That is a little bit.
Where do you want me to go?
What?
Do you-
Got us out of my car.
What do you mean?
I'll get over
You couldn't drive your car though.
Take those other
So we're gonna put the heart into the other car and then put it back.
teamwork, buddy.
But it was really great to see the team get it all done in such a short period of time. We're a little tired, but I'm excited, and I think Justin's gonna do well, and now he's motivated.
After having my engine fail on the dyno, it was no question that the small gains from changing the cam degree angle was not worth it. So we put Tiffany's back to where it was. I mean, there is no reason to risk that. We're not having another engine failure.
And it smoothed out the whole torque curve and my power curve. So all those gremlins I've been dealing with, going like the just off and on power that I've been struggling with, he just fixed it all.
It's gonna be awesome not having to worry about little problems with her car and her being frustrated on top of my own issues. So, man, it's gonna be good.
We are going back on the dyno. Spent the last long time pulling 2 motors out, pulling the old broken engine out, pulling Jake's engine out of his car, swapping over all the accessories and putting it back in here, getting Brent back in the car and make some power and go racing. Woo! Brent and Jamie spent so many hours on it, can't thank them enough.
Yeah, I haven't been this excited about my car.
PFI Speed.
Those guys worked through the night with us to find a solution, let us stay there. I mean, could not have had a better place to blow an engine up.